Hey everybody, thanks for coming to check out our inventory of land we have for sale in Rio Rancho Estates, Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Now, we recently acquired 111 new lots in this subdivision, and when you combine the adjacent acreage, this shakes out to 60 new properties we're offering for sale on our site. Now, of course, you can learn about each of these individual listings by going to our New Mexico page, scrolling down till you come to Sandoval County, and then clicking on each of the individual listings and going through it that way. In the interest of making it easier on our buyers, however, we like to provide a spreadsheet, which you'll see linked over here on each of our Rio Rancho listing pages, which helps catalog all the important information about the lots and ultimately presents it in a fashion which we believe is easier to digest. Now, this, of course, is provided to better help our buyers compare and contrast each property, so as you can figure out which 2 or 3 work best for you before really digging into the individual listing pages. So, with all that said, I just want to quickly go through all the information provided here and teach you how to navigate this. So, first off, here's the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet number 1 breaks down into 2 colors, white and blue. The blue properties are the ones that we've sold in the past, which we keep up here just for reference, and the white properties are the ones that are available to purchase right now. Now, if you look at this, it should be easy to figure out. I hope it's easy to figure out. But basically, this is all one property. It's one reference number referring to 4 different lots that are all adjacent, which you can see right here. They total 2 acres, and this 2 acres is being offered for $27.50. Now, quick thing, guys. Of all the white properties that you see on this spreadsheet, as I noted, we just bought all of these properties, and it takes a while to get things photographed. It takes a while to get to really go throughout this subdivision. It takes weeks or a couple months. And between these properties and all the other properties we have being photographed in the state, there are some here that we're not going to have photos of immediately. They're going to appear slowly over the weeks and months ahead. Now, to be clear, here at Hemingway Land, we pride ourselves on the fact that we always get property-specific photos. So if you live in Connecticut or Delaware or Florida or whatever, you don't have to fly all the way out to New Mexico to look at these things. We give you properties which give you an excellent sense of the terrain, the surroundings, etc. Because we're debuting all of these at once, however, it will take a few weeks for us to catch up with that, so we'll ask for your patience. Whatever the case, this column right here, status, will indicate whether it's available and photographed or available and not photographed. And just a little clue, guys, the properties lower down on the spreadsheet, the properties that are here in units 7, 8, and 9. If you simply look at legal description, unit column, everything in 7, 8, and 9 is going to be listed, is going to be photographed first. So over here you'll see available photographed, available not photographed, and available photographed, okay? So point being, we will be getting those up on the website. They will be coming, but we do have a lot of buyers who are familiar with the subdivision, who know it well, who know it broken down by unit and block, and know they're looking for specific lots. And for those people, we make this available in advance, number 1. Number 2, we're also offering a discount to anybody who does want to buy a property prior to it being photographed. We'll give you $250 off the purchase price. That'll be refunded at checkout, just so you know. Anyway, with all that said, just to kind of go through this information. So first off, I'm just going to scroll down to a part of the spreadsheet where we have properties listed. These are down here in Unit 9. For the record, if you're not familiar with the unit map of Rio Rancho Estates, this is what it looks like. So when I say Unit 9, I mean properties that are in this area. For the record, the 60 new properties that we're listing are in Units 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. They're really just in this western area of Rio Rancho Estates. Okay? Anyway, back to the spreadsheet. So for instance, I'm going to start here with 22A. So 22A is the reference number. If you call us, if you have questions, you say, hi, I'm calling about this. You say SNM 0022A. Whatever the case, you'll notice here that it's linked to something. If you click on this, it's going to bring up that property specific listing page. So that's what the first link does. Secondarily, we have the R codes, which in New Mexico are the tax codes for the properties. This bulk acquisition that we've just done had about $20,000 in back taxes we had to catch up. The check went off earlier this week, so I don't know that that'll be reflected on the Treasurer's website for about 7 days or so, 7 or 10 days. But the point is we convey properties here free of liens and back taxes. So if you do happen to check out their website and you see that there's some outstanding dollar figure, if it hasn't been taken care of, it will be soon, and it certainly will be taken care of at the time of conveyance. Whatever the case, the R code helps you better identify the property through the Treasurer's website. This column right here is for the assessor's parcel number. This helps you when you're having conversations with the county about more about zoning and about, well, what's the APN, what's the assessor parcel number. Next, we have the GPS coordinate column right here. If you click on any one of these throughout the spreadsheet, whether we have photos of it or we don't, you're going to get a link here, which will bring the property up in a new window and show you exactly where the property is on a map. So for instance, this will kind of help you figure out, do you want to be close to development, like, right here, or do you want to be far from development? Maybe you want to be close and you say, okay, this property basically works for me, but it looks like it's too close to an arroyo. Or I want to be closer to a main road, like let's say Southern Boulevard up here. I want to be more in this area. This will help you kind of just sort of ballpark where you're at on the map, what features are close by, utilities, things like that, homes nearby, nearby schools, etc. This will help you kind of narrow down the list of these 60 properties to maybe the top 5 or something like that. Okay. Anyway, from there, we also have a new column on our spreadsheet called Plat Map. If you click on this, it'll bring up the plat of the property. So as you can see how these individual lots are shaped and sort of placed, and perhaps even the dimensions of the lots. And of course, with this page, you also have a magnifying feature, so you could zoom in on this part of the map or really any part of the map to kind of learn more about that. Finally, guys, over here, once we have the legal description, Unit 9, Block 13, lots 34 and 35, they're adjacent. They total 2 acres. We're offering them for $5,000, as you can see on the respective listing page. You can also kind of go over here, and you've got a Buy Now link, which if you click that, it will bring up a secure checkout, which you can use to purchase the property. Now, of course, on each of the listing pages, once properties are photographed and the listing pages go live and they're linked on the spreadsheet, you can just come here on the listing page, click the Buy Now button. But if you're looking at one that hasn't been photographed and formally listed yet, just use the spreadsheet, come over to this column, the P column, and you'll see links right here which will help you to ultimately click these and be taken to a secure checkout where you can purchase the property. This is where we ask for things like what new name do you want on the deed, what's the tax address, etc. Agree to the terms of service, and on the next page you enter credit or debit card information to purchase the property. Again, if you do purchase a property before we get the photos done, we'll take $250 off at checkout. It's essentially a refund after you purchase the property, so we'll refund $250. Anyway, with all that said, I hope that's helpful, guys. I hope this is kind of a good walkthrough of how to use this spreadsheet. Again, the GPS coordinate column is going to be the one that's most helpful. You click on those, you're going to be able to bring all these properties up on a map, see exactly where they are in relation to each other, and from there you can kind of narrow it down to your top 3, 4, or 5, whatever. And then as the listing pages become live, become active, kind of click on those and go to those respective pages. Kind of scroll down, read some property specific notes that we have about each listing, or you can come down to the photo galleries that we have on the bottom of the page. And for the record, here in the photo galleries, we also have reiterated the plat maps that are on the spreadsheet. Anyway, I hope all this is clear, guys. It's a lot of information to digest, but I hope I did it pretty well, and I hope it wasn't too boring. With all that said, thanks for coming to our website. Again, if you have any questions about Rio Rancho properties, feel free to shoot us an email, support@hemingwayland.com, or give us a call, 702-919-7170. Good luck in your search for land in Rio Rancho. Thanks for watching.